So I'm going to be talking about the oneness today of like how everything's interconnected in a state of like conscious awareness of like other thought forms of patterns of like just say like if there's a frog and a frog's like croak or whatever or what it does, we could pick up on a frequency that it's experiencing, within its vessel, meaning that like it goes deep within the oneness that's real. Um, and I'm making a podcast today at Sedera's Drape about the oneness today. And hopefully Sedera's Drape gives me some good luck. But I gave it to Sedera, the drape here. This drape is just so amazing. I feel it's really meditative and it's zen because it's peaceful. It has green like the earth and gold is in royalty. And it's mixed between like something divine in nature. So I use this it's I use it as a drape, but it's like a tablecloth, but it's beautiful, and I show it off, and it's pretty cool. But as I say about the oneness, now this is very important. What we do has a cause and effect upon everything in the universe, like a ripple effect in the universe. So if we start doing good, other things will start like doing good. And if we start doing bad, other things will start doing bad. If it's like a strong state of consciousness and awareness to things, um, depending on whichever experiences, who's going through what at certain times, it might be different. But it does cause ripple effects in the state of awareness that we could pick this up or we could, you know, let certain things go or states of consciousness, meaning like if it's a negative thought or train of things that are going on, we can just drop that train of thought completely and move on from it rather than keep on dwelling and thinking about it. Then it creates more problems based off of why you're thinking about it in the first place. And if even if you don't want to think about it, sometimes we think about things that we don't want to think about, and it's like I don't like think about the things of like certain natures, but just like if I'm just caught in a train of thought, if I'm watching TV or something, and somebody says something on TV, and then I think a certain thought as a reaction to that, then even if I didn't really care for the thought, I move on from that thought, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? And this is a state of awareness of many things can happen in the universe that the cause and effect runs at a deep level of things. It goes energetic and it can go into the conscious field of energetics of that if it's on certain levels of calibers, the other person is gonna feel it kind of like if somebody gets yelled at, if somebody goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like or something like that as loud as I can, the other person is gonna feel that frequency of the distress and the stress and the strife behind it and feel like this negative effect from the what's happening based off of that's a cause and effect of the universal field of what actually happens in certain cause and effects that are real in the universe that happen and it's a chain reaction between states of consciousness and awareness. But there can be good consciousness and awareness like me and Sedera, like I give this dread to Sedera when she talks to me all the time. I really appreciate that when Sedera does because it really influences me to be like on top of my game, to be good for something. I can actually motivate myself. It motivates me to do better. For I can do it for this girl that I like, and love is a powerful conscious interaction of cause and effect. Like love is very powerful and it's just as powerful or stronger actually than hate or very like high level madness, you know what I mean? It's stronger than that, way stronger. Love is doesn't doesn't hurt you. These other aspects of life hurt you. It's a cause and effect. But the love saves you. Love saves you within of that you're doing things that are positive, that are going to be affecting you in a positive way, and you manifest that rather than doing things that influence you in a negative way, and then that's what you're left with. But you have to be balanced in the pursuit of doing this. So this is all of what I'm trying to say is that the oneness is like this giant field of like chain reaction of like you do one thing, other things are going to happen in the chain reaction of it. So this is why we got to like go on a narrow path of our own making, but we can have a whole bunch of things in the whole universe. We're still in the whole universe, do interacting with everybody else, doing whatever. But our path of our due diligence to stay true to our morals and to make us the best version of ourselves, like grow ourselves while we're interacting and doing many things and keeping ourselves satisfied, but growing ourselves at the same time. You know what I mean? And realizing that it can make the oneness better, like make the universe better, like the whole universe. It's tied in the universe. And this is why the ETs sometimes interfere, the UFO spaceships, when they interfere with humanity, and we see that and they do certain things, is because they're trying to make it a better place. They're trying to make that cause and effect of a good cause and effect to us, try to steer us in the right direction as a species before we destroy ourselves, like World War III. It's pretty close. Like there's wars that are going on right now that are not too pretty, and I really wish there was peace. You know what I mean? And it's pretty sad what's going on in the world. People got to move when there's war. People got to just move because you're gonna get blown up or something. You know what I mean? With these bombs, it's just crazy to think about. People get blown up and stuff. It's just crazy to think about. It's like, what are we doing here? We can't have wars. You know, we should be against the rules of humanity. There should be rules for humanity, and it should be against the rules to have wars because there has to be another solution. There's always another solution to this problem. There has to be another way. And you just have to have the minds to get together to solve these and solutions to the problems so that we can stop these wars and get to better civilization with all this sort of things. We don't have to conquer and make things. They could be rules of like, you know how everywhere is different. There's different rules everywhere you go. Well, it should be just a lot more free to begin with. And they shouldn't have like this one good set rule for everything to be like free, for freed from that. And not like in a set bond between the circumstances of the reality in itself so that we're all set free from it, so that everybody can be more liberated and the world wouldn't be such a lonely place. But anyway, that's the oneness that speaks that, you know, that to get together, to socialize, to become a highly evolved species, not just sit there and be isolated behind walls, you know what I mean, and to do all this, but like to actually be have way more friends than the normal capacity, like having say 1,000 friends, but you're interacting physically with your 1,000 friends that you do have. Now it's like, oh, you got friends in social media, but you get friends in real life. How many people have friends in real life anymore? I mean, quite a few, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't know how many real friends they actually go see, you know, on a daily basis, and they're actually interacting and trying to spread consciousness and awareness and like have a life and do different things like, you know what I mean, go to the bar and socialize, or you know what I mean, and like when I do get my girlfriend though, like I really want this to be like the divine orchestrament to like the best possibilities for me happening and her happening. So if she's happy and then I'm happy and everything would work out, you know, and everything. So like this is what I'm saying. So it's almost the end of the podcast. So Neil or me, Cody, loves, honors, and obeys and worships the divine princess forever. It's hard for me to bow when my foot's up like that. Hold on, I gotta bow. Bow before the divine princess and the divine goddesses and divine princesses out there. Amen. Look at this drape. Oh, the sun's coming through, shining off them leaves. And it's making the gold stand out on the top right there. That's really cool. It's making the gold stand out on the top of that tapestry, that design right there. Okay, so anyway, I'll end the podcast video, but divine princesses, are you taking care of yourself? I want to let you know that if you're not taking care of yourself as properly as you need to be, I could be there to help you out because I'm that angel that you can reach out to. Never be afraid to reach out to me. Just because I have like supernatural powers and I'm a little bit scary sometimes, but I'm not like this evil person. No, 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 no. I'm a good person. I teach you good knowledge. And I want people to have good knowledge on their shoulders and not evil knowledge. Like good knowledge is going to benefit the oneness that's real to save it, not destroy it. We got to save the oneness that's real. Everybody, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm saving the oneness by talking about the oneness podcast today because it's very important. All right. Anyway, yep. All right. Bye.